is everyone enjoying the Chris show? Just ridiculous that we have yet another week derailed by one person on the show who is, I just hate him. Like, why beat around the bush? I hate Chris. Everybody hates Chris. It's just getting absurd at this point. Like, he's so fake and so full of crap. It's just exhausting to watch. Like, watching him have conversations with Paige, it's just infuriating. And I just, how everything went down tonight, I hated every moment of it. He's that person who's like, oh, I've got a secret. Oh, but I can't tell you. By the way, did I tell you that I've got a secret? Remember when I said I had a secret? Like, he's that person, except he's got like relationship ruining news. And you can't tease your brand new wife with, oh, I've got some devastating news. I don't want to talk about it. Like, grow up, Chris. You are not ready to be a father. You are not ready to be married. And I don't even think you're ready to just go on a simple date with another human being. Total disaster, start to finish. And how about after he told Paige, walks out of the bathroom, does a D-bag nod to one of the producers, like, yo, and then says she's having a moment. Like, what? I'm just so over it. Paige, run as far and as fast as you can. Never look back, never talk to this guy again. And you know what, Paige? When you're done this, you are going to have men lining up for the chance to go on a date with you, lining up for a chance to go and just meet you because you're an amazing person. And it's unfortunate that the experts and production allowed this to go on. They set you up. You got pranked. This is like, it's not fair to you, but this is what happened. And the sooner she wises up to just walking away from this situation, the better things will be for her. And I hated later on in the episode, watching them kind of sit down and have their dinner, start talking to each other, and watching Chris lure her back in with like one line. And, you could see the moment change. You could see things change, and that all of a sudden she was getting sucked back in. Another thing that really bothered me is him trying to convince Paige that his child wasn't going to be a priority for him. That's just wrong to me. If you have a kid comes first. It doesn't matter. Your kid, your child comes first. For you to put your new wife above your child just does not feel right to me. In the history of Married at First Sight, have we ever watched someone more full of crap on any season? Like, I can't think of it. He's the most full of garbage person I've ever seen. And, nothing illuminates that more than him getting mad at other people being happy. Like, when all the couple's there and he has to go walk off and have his moment. And his moment turns out to be that he didn't like that other people were happy. Just awful. I'm over it. We're going to have more garbage. Like, we still have to see him try to fight Eric. Like, that's going to be another great Chris moment. Like, who knows how much more he's going to drag Paige through before she wises up and leaves him. I hope it's soon, but I don't have much confidence. And just very, very unfortunate. All right, let's move on to other couples, because there are other couples on the show. We might forget that sometimes, but there are other couples. Clara and Ryan, they are definitely better together than I first expected, but it's very clear that they are going to have some issues moving forward. They just don't seem like their actual lives are going to mesh super well together. The living situation, how they like to live their lives, doesn't seem like it totally meshes. And now these are things that can be overcome. These are things that you can adapt for, but I'm not getting the vibe that either of them is ready to start doing that adapting. On top of that, one of their biggest issues is going to be religion. Clara seems like someone who was raised religious, but moved away from that when she got older. And Ryan is very much someone who wants to have religion part of his life, wants to have religion as part of his future children's lives. And that could be a big roadblock for them as we get deeper into the relationship. Virginia and Eric. I didn't think this was a great episode for them. They're kind of the couple that just wants to keep telling us how great they are. And I'm not sure that we're seeing that reflected in what's said between them. Especially today, we got to see Eric just did a horrible job of explaining any point he wanted to make. And when we hit the point of the episode when it turned into Eric's rules about having boys as friends, he just lost me a little bit. And I think that those are the sort of things that are just going to keep these two from getting close enough to say yes on decision day. I did really enjoy Virginia and Eric coming in late to that group meeting at the end of the episode. And I forget what Eric said, but he's like, "Hey, Chris, is everything all right?" And it was just killing me. And it seemed like they had a little bit of booze in them maybe. And they just kind of came in hot. And I was I shouldn't have been laughing, but I was kind of laughing. And that's kind of the start of future issues with Eric and whatever that guy's name is that we were talking about at the start of the episode. We probably just shouldn't even say his name anymore. Don't even give him the satisfaction of us giving him extra attention. One more last thing from Virginia and Eric is Virginia seemed really concerned about her husband having to work. And Eric's explaining everything. He's like, "Yeah, I'm going to work about 15 days out of the month, but most of those nights I'm going to be home." And she just turns it into, "So you're never going to be here? So if you're not at my beck and call, you're just never going to be around?" And it's no, he's going to be fully around half the time and partially around the other half. The half when he's working, you're right, he's probably not going to your kid's karate tournament. He probably isn't, but he's going to be there the majority of the time, and just doesn't seem like something that should be a major issue for them. Let's jump over to Brianna and Vincent. This is still my favorite couple. I'm sure many of you out there have them as your favorite couple as well. They had sex this week. So first off, we started with finding out that that Vincent's grandma is doing much better. That was kind of bad news that Vincent got last week, but very good news to hear that she's doing better. It was just a little bit of a scare. And as a result, that was a moment that helped bring those two together, that made them even stronger as a couple. I'm very, very, very hopeful for these two, and could be our only couple to say yes on decision day. Lastly, we have Haley and Jacob, and I have to admit, these two are just slowly growing on me. They're our awkward couple of the season, and I really enjoy that Haley is just kind of going for it. To see her walk into dinner with the ridiculous glasses that Jacob brought, and her not really shying away from all of his nerdiness. It's really encouraging to me and just shows just how open and willing she is. I'm still very much on the fence about if I think they're going to make it or not. I'm still feeling a little bit negative about them, but get a little bit more positive with each passing episode. Yeah, they're just our little awkward couple. They don't get much screen time, but hopefully once the Chris drama ends, maybe we can start to see Haley and Jacob's relationship grow. All right, I'm going to wrap things up there for tonight. That's about 10 minutes of talking about Chris and all his BS, and 1 minute for the rest of the couple. Seems pretty fair. That's pretty much how the airtime was divided on the show. So hopefully this doesn't last for the whole season. But as always, I will be back again next week. And thank you so much for watching. Until next time, we'll see you later.